My daughter Delaney is in second grade, and so for the very first time, she's actually getting grades in her classroom as compared to just an excellent or a satisfactory A, B, C, D, and F. My husband and I are wanting, obviously, to encourage her to do the very best in the classroom without making it too much of a pressured environment. For the first time ever, she has a lot more homework than she ever did. Her homework in kindergarten and first grade used to take her 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes at a maximum. And now she's spending at least 30 to 40 minutes every afternoon or evening, to the point that she's actually wishing she has her kindergarten brother's homework to do. And she's also taking quizzes and tests on a regular basis. We get to see those grades every single day to see how she's doing. For the most part, she's in an A and B range with the occasional C, so we get to talk to her about how she's doing and how she's studying for her tests and how we're working with her. I did get an email from her teacher today to say that she did not do well on a test at all. The teacher is going to allow her to retake the test, and in the email actually says that the concept is very difficult for kids to understand. Because of the way the email is structured, I get the feeling that Delaney is not the only child that did not do very well on this test. The teacher will average this score and the score she gets on the next test. Now, moving forward, obviously, having a child that does well on some tests and not so well on other tests, we do have to establish a system for talking to her about how she studies and how she works well in the classroom. I'm wondering, as a parent, how do you talk to your kids about studying, about how they do well or not so well in the classroom? At the moment, we don't have any serious system in place for rewarding or punishing based on grading. Is it a good idea to have that type of a system in place, or is it not a good idea? I think this is one of these things that as parents, we do well when we choose to learn from each other and take suggestions from each other. So, if you have any ideas for me, I'm completely open. I would love to know what you think. Do you reward your child? Do you give them an allowance based on A's or B's or C's? I know that there's some parents that do that. Is there a punishment system in place if your child comes home with F's? Obviously, my child is only in second grade, so a serious punishment system in place at such a young age doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but I'm curious to know what type of systems you do have in place. So tell me what you think.